We are QOTD, and you are watching the Question of the Day Show, the game show that lets you be on the air. And you can always join us by recording your own video answers to our awesome daily questions. And now we are at a little thing that we like to call the Thursday Big Show. Hey, Trish. Hey, JJ. Welcome to the Thursday Big Show.
Hi.
Hello.
So all week long, fans have been answering our questions. Every day we've been putting out a new question. Every day you've been giving us a ton of awesome answers. And everybody has been voting and sending stars. And through that process, our AI has selected the best videos from the week. And so here during the Thursday Big Show, we're going to go through our 7 questions from the week, 6 answers from each question, the best ones. And now you're going to vote. Who is going to be the champion of the week? And that is the QOTD game show. So it's been a pretty good week. It's been sort of a dirty, sexy kind of week. If you don't mind me saying, the questions are a little offbeat. Who wrote those questions, Trish?
Well, I'm not going to admit to writing any of the questions, but the theme was sort of a sweltering, sweaty summertime. That was our theme. Oh. And sticking with the S's, the QOTDs were all about skywriting and sweet gifts and sage advice and sex and sugar.
Yeah, so it's a hot summer night theme, like a cat on a hot tin roof. I get it.
Yep.
It's so funny.
I cannot wait to see how the fans have responded to these questions, because it's pretty funny.
Oh, it's great. You want to dive right in?
I certainly do.
Excellent.
I'm just sitting here with that tense feeling like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Well, the first question that we asked for this week was, what is the best piece of advice that you received that you would like to share with the world?
Ooh,
this could be advice from a parent, from a friend.
See, I love the idea of it because we've got the whole internet giving us their best advice. And then we're selecting from the best advice, the best advice. And so we're sort of like a crowd sharing our opinions and coming up with the single best piece of advice that we should all follow. It's very, very on trend,
Yeah. Yeah. It does make sense that the winner of today, it's like the people decide on the best piece of advice, then that is the best piece of advice because it applies to the most people. I do have a piece of advice that I have been meaning to say, because we all have really good advice. I remember from the recap show on Friday when this question was released. But there's one more, and that is if you're doing any sort of skin or face care, like if you're putting on a mask, putting on creams or something, wash your hands before you do that, because if you don't, you're going to get all of that grime and stuff on your face, and it's basically canceling out all the exfoliating that you're doing.
See, this is the kind of wisdom that we promise you here on QOTD. I'll give you one. My mother-in-law says, drink hot liquids on a hot day, and it'll make you feel cool in comparison.
Really?
I'm suspect. But that's what she says.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. I'll have to try that because it's summertime.
Exactly. I'm trying to stick with that it's hot theme.
Absolutely.
Today. But yeah, now maybe that's not good advice. I can't even tell. But I'm sure that the fans have some great advice for us, and we shall be the judges. Oh, I should say, as these things are playing, you can send stars, and then at the end of the round, the blue voting buttons will show up on the bottom of the screen. That's your chance to vote and tell us which of these sounds like, really awesome sage advice and which is complete BS. It's up to you.
Yes. And you can go to BeOnTheAir.com to send those stars and vote for your favorite answers.
Yes, there is a link in the chat, my friends.
Yes, there is. Well, without further ado, I think we have some fan answers coming in. So let's see what advice they have to give to our viewers here.
The best piece of advice I've ever received is you cannot control others. You can only control how you react.
Okay.
Yes.
And, yeah. That's going to give you some
growing
good...
up, I was always told your attitude will determine your altitude. And it stuck with me, and I didn't really understand it until I got older, but it has stuck with me all this time. And I'm like, now that I got it, I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to keep on sharing.
I do like advice that rhymes, I have to say.
I was told a long time ago that I don't need to apologize for taking space in people's lives. And I really wish I'd believed it and listened to it so long ago, but I think it's important that people know that, like, you're allowed to lay boundaries and you're allowed to tell people, like, hey, please don't say that to me. It upsets me. Like, and if they get upset about it, that's their problem, not you.
I'm a big boundary person. I love it.
The best advice I've ever received was never to settle in a job that I am unhappy in. I should chase my passion, do what I love, because life is short.
Or really long if you've got a boring job.
I think the best piece of advice I've been given over the years that I would like to share is probably to not worry about what you can't control, whether it be how other people feel or what other people do. Everybody has their own life and has their own decisions to make. So worrying about someone else's is a waste of time.
Not all that different.
The best piece of advice that I've ever received is to save as much money as you possibly can while still living at the same time and not preventing yourself from enjoying life in the moment.
I need a percentage. Megan, it's good advice. I need a number. That's the kind of guy I am. 10%. Save 10%. Hey, everybody, it's time to vote. There are lots of great answers here, so you're going to have to pick one. The way that you vote is by clicking on the blue buttons that are appearing on the bottom of your screen. If, say, you're on YouTube or Twitch and you don't see those buttons, click the link in the chat, and it'll take you to a page where you can very quickly link and continue watching the show. Because we got to send one of these people to the finals, and the answer is up to you. So go ahead and give us a vote. A lot of people are saying, they're talking about how you have to be sort of internally driven and not too much worried about how other people will react to you. You just you gotta think about number one, right?
Yeah. Well, it is such a waste of time. You're so concerned about somebody who's probably not real concerned about you right now.
Yes. Smart.
Yeah.
Good way of putting it.
Andre says that your attitude determines your altitude. He's full of good advice.
Yeah. Andre's a real star.
I was so interested because his answer was so good. I checked out his profile, and he is, among other things, he's a very varied person, but he's, among other things, a motivational speaker. And it totally makes sense, right?
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Well, good job, Andre. We appreciate that piece of advice. And that kind of rolls right into our next question, which is a little one that we call Your Family Rocks. We wanted to know what makes your family so different or special or unique. There were a lot of people that referenced advice that they got from family members, and maybe that's part of what makes their family great. My family is full of advice, full of it. But I love them. It's part of what makes my family unique and special. We all have each other's backs all the time for every reason, but we do question each other. We might even challenge each other on something. Are you sure this is the right decision? You thought this through. So I think that that's what I love about my family. We never go against each other, but we never go all in without having all the information that we need then.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
It's like The Godfather, right? They never criticize each other in public.
My family is nothing like The Godfather.
No, I've met your family. I like your family a lot.
Yeah, we're like The Godfather on a farm.
Yeah, exactly.
The Hogfather.
It's like the cheesy version. Yeah, right. Did you say the Cudfather? No, that doesn't rhyme. Where's Andre to help us with our rhymes? The Clod. You said Clodfather?
The Hogfather.
Oh, Hod. Hod apparently has a meaning in rural America, but here in urban America, we don't know what a hod is. Anyway, families, right? Yes. Your family's awesome. I really like them, and they are totally different. And I think that that's kind of an amazing thing. The thing you didn't mention is that they're really funny, all of them.
Yeah, they are. I'm definitely the least funniest in the family.
Something. It's this combination of being very funny and being very mean.
Yeah.
You're always got to be on your toes.
Hey, but I mean, if you can't tell someone like it is, but also sprinkle in like a little sugar and a little humor in there, what are you doing? That's a skill. Right. It's a talent.
Mm-hmm. Healthy boundaries, right?
Exactly. Well, I think we have some answers coming in from fans about why their families are so cool. So let's see if their humor and their honesty measure up to Trish's family. Let's see what they have to say.
I'm an Indian, and my family is very accepting of other identities and religions, which is not always the case, because there are some people that like to stay within themselves, stay within their community. My family is very accepting of others, and I think that's just what makes them different and wonderful, because I don't get to see a lot of that from other Indian families. And my family is just very chill and very open to hearing other people's opinions, and they love learning about other people's beliefs and customs and religion. And I just think that makes my family different, and it's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, my family's a bit clannish.
This question is really easy to answer because my family comes from two different backgrounds. My father is Muslim and he's Arab, Sudanese to be specific, and my mom is Hungarian and she was raised up in Christianity. And I turned out to be a believer in none, but I do believe that we all are one. that we all connect.
I love it. Loves his family.
I love my family because they're just unique. There's no one like them on earth because they're their own people and they have their own personalities and they have their own unique flaws. And what's the opposite of a flaw?
Virtue.
Benefits? I don't know.
And they have their strengths and weaknesses, much like the ensemble cast of Friends.
What makes your family different and wonderful? I believe the answer is magic. They can disappear.
Wow. There you go.
Well, eat together, fun together, and celebrate together makes my family wonderful. Thank you.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Exactly. Let's get together.
Honestly, the fact that we're all still together. My husband and I are still together. My parents are still together. And his parents are still together. I'd say that's pretty different and pretty wonderful.
That is pretty different.
Yeah. What are the odds? It's like 40% now. Something crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I know people, and I'm not surprised. Anyway, it's time to vote. There's a lot of really good stuff here. Robin says her family is really accepting of other kinds of people and ethnicities and religions, and that's really great, makes them stronger. Smiley, they have tremendous diversity in their family, and that brings together this appreciation of the world that's really awesome. Devin, you know what? They're unique and wonderful. They have their strengths and weaknesses, like Friends or like the gang on Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying? And Vav, her family, they know when it's time to leave, right? They know how to. They know when it's time to duck out, unlike my family. Jawad's family, man, they celebrate good times together, and Sarah is beating the odds with a family where everybody stays together. Let's vote for one of these guys, which is the one that you find inspiring, entertaining, or that you agree with the most, or you just like that number, One of those buttons. Let's send one of these people to the fun.
That is an underappreciated way to decide who to vote for. Which number do you like the best?
Right.
Which is your lucky number?
That's like me at SATs.
If your SAT scores can be made out of these numbers, I'm a little worried. I guess you can start the one. The combined score.
Oh.
What did they say? Pick C, right?
Yes.
All the. Yeah, so Jawad, his family, they eat together, do other things together, celebrate together, and I guess that's really what it's all about, right? It's not just you want to have people who theoretically are there to support you. You want to have people who you can go face to face with. Right?
And that you enjoy spending time with, right?
Yeah. That you're not fighting with.
That's right. Who we love spending time with even more than the people in our lives? We love spending time with the animals in our lives. And that leads to our very next question. which is what makes your pet, yes, your pet, the very best in all the world. Everyone thinks that they have the best pet, but we know they don't. Because
yeah.
Keith, you're always bragging on those little wiener dogs or whatever you got. What makes your pet the best in all the world?
Oh my God, you're telling me little wiener dogs. My dogs are awesome. Yeah, I've got these two like Spinoni Italianos. They're like these big bird dogs, but the thing that's really great about them is that they have wonderful senses of humor. Like, you know, we'll go out to dinner on, say, somebody's birthday, and and they're big. They're like, 80, 90-pound dogs. They'll like hop up on the table and go hide the birthday cake, that kind of thing. Or they'll do other funny things like bring in a deer, something really cute like that. But they're very funny dogs. They tell jokes in their own little doggy way. But this question, like, people love their animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're crazy about they call them fur babies. And I do think it's very interesting and perhaps a little disturbing that we lavish so much attention on our animals, but not so much on our family members. And what is it about the world that we live in these days that we feel more comfortable with our non-speaking companions than we are with our talking back, slagging companions?
So we just have higher expectations. Yeah, for humans, you should know better, right? But a dog, he's just a dog. It's what dogs do.
Yeah. So when kids like craps on the neighbor's lawn, problem. When the dog does it, we all laugh and scoop it up, right? And then we move on.
Yeah. And also, how likely is it that a human will bring in deer parts for you? A human wouldn't do that. A human would actively avoid it, but a dog or a cat, they know that that's what we want as pet owners.
My parents beg to differ, but
So I think we have some answers coming in from people about why their pets are the best. So let's see if their dogs also have a good sense of humor.
My dog, Tripsy, is the best dog ever. He is the best pet I ever had. And after I lost him, I no longer got any pets of my own because it was so painful that I can never go through that again. And I miss him. That's all I can say.
You should write a song and then pretend you're not talking about an animal, in the song. It'd be really moving.
My pet Prim is the cutest in the whole world, and she's really affectionate and really sweet, and she'll walk over to you and just wait to be petted or try to pet you. So she's really, really cute.
Wonder what she is.
She in the Hunger Games.
I think that my dog is probably the best dog in the world because he has a big imagination. He thinks he's a pretty small dog. He thinks that he's the security guard, right? He thinks that he's gonna get things done. He's gonna be in his attack position, ready to go when there's actually nothing there. Doorbell rings, he's on duty, right? And he thinks that he can protect us. And it's cute, really, but I think he's the best because he believes he is the best. So,
those little ankle biters, I think, are very scary. They're the most dangerous dog to have.
My pet, the best pet in the world is that they can float. Yeah, it's a rubber dog. Their name is Ducky, and Ducky can speak. What's up, Ducky? Dude, you need to see a therapist. That's rude.
What did that dog just call me?
The last pet I had was a dog, and my dog was the best dog in the world because he was so friendly. He loved playing with people. He had this pretty golden brown color with hazel green eyes, and that was one of the last things that...
Oh, breaking my heart, Crystal.
They are kind of the glue that holds our
What
families
makes my
together.
pet the best? Well, let me tell you, I don't have one.
Sarah,
what's up?
Together.
Get on it.
Get a dog. Yeah, totally. Well, now it's time to vote. We're going to vote for Smiley and Tripsy, which is the best dog ever, or Prim from the Hunger Games, who was also a really great dog. Ramon's dog has delusions of grandeur, but, is always trying off. Rubber Ducky, is that a pet? Crystal, she has a dog. It was the last present from her dad. She's really attached to it. Best dog in the whole world. And Sarah's like, none of the above. That's what she said. No pets for me. Let's vote for one of these people and send them to the finals. Who do you think had the best answer to your goat, the goat, QOTD, number something, 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 something? I don't remember what number it is, but it was a big one.
Is it? I don't remember either, off the top of my head.
Up there in the 50s.
Mm.
Or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions these days, guys. There's a lot to answer. On the website, you can actually crawl through, or on YouTube through the playlist, you can crawl through all of the questions and all the answers, and it's like poking in somebody's garage.
Hey!
Not a bad choice.
Yeah.
Bath with the rubber ducky wins the best pet award. I can't believe it.
Nobody said hypoallergenic.
That's right.
For that,
Oh, okay. All right. Well, moving on. We asked people, if you could hire a skywriter for one day, what is your message to the world? This didn't necessarily have to be a piece of advice. It could be a funny message. This could be just a little words of wisdom, anything. And people gave all different answers to it. So we were wondering, what do you guys think?
This is a good one. I feel like, we talked about it for Monday's recap when this question came out. There's two options really. There's like the inspirational side, and then there's the chaotic side. And if you know me, I always love to cause a little bit of chaos. So I think I've thought about it, and I have another idea. On top of writing Gullible, on top of Rick rolling the populace, and on top of the "Will you marry me?" the fake proposal, there's the other one where you go into the sky, and you have enough time, of course, to write lost AirPods or lost earbuds, lost big item, find me at this location to pick up your purchase. And so you get a bunch of people who did lose that item, and then also probably a bunch of people who didn't lose that item. Do you have the item? I don't know. I might have the item, I might not. But then you just get a flock of people coming by.
See, AirPods are a good choice because maybe there's some people with lefts and rights, and they could work something out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is spoken like a man who has lost one.
Yeah, or had them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, also, as I should mention, there's whether or not I actually have the item up for the debate. It's just to get people to come over and say hi to me.
It's just an expensive practical joke that JJ would like to play with the world. Okay.
We have fun on QOTD all the time, don't we? Well, I think we have some answers coming in from fans. Let's see if they choose chaos, if they want to watch the world burn, or if they go the inspirational route. Let's see.
If I was a skywriter, I would definitely write, get vaccinated. If it were any other time than now, though, I would probably write, worry less and donate more. Because I think that we're all happier when we give. Which I know sounds silly, but it's what I think.
It's not silly.
I would say you're happier when you give.
Mm-hmm.
If I could hire a skywriter for the day, it would just send a positive message about love and peace and just happiness, just to get that message across to everybody that in these times, everything's going to be okay.
She's like a modern day flower child. Love, peace, and happiness.
I would say chase the dream that you're made for. Yeah. It falls right in the play with who we are and whose we are. I think that would be the way to.
Who we are and whose we are.
He's getting all verklempt. That's that.
I guess I'd have to go with the classic Surrender Dorothy. Probably needs to be written up in the sky on a regular basis.
Yes. And from JJ Camp is Ted N with some chaos.
If I could hire a skywriter for one day, my message would be to be kind to others, but I would shorten it to be kind, so others can be kind to everybody else and spread positivity.
Be kind.
Simple. 2 words, but they mean a lot.
If I was a skywriter, I would definitely do like short 2 to 3 word like phrases that are upbeat, positive, motivating, because it's just like really cool to see something being written in the sky in general, but you know that there's going to be someone that it's going to apply to if you say like be patient or your time is coming.
Your time is coming.
Right. What were those big t-shirts? I don't know. These things. Guys, it's time to vote. There are blue buttons across the bottom of your screen. If you don't see blue buttons, click on the link in chat and head on over to BeOnTheAir.com where you can vote for these guys right away. And then you got the big choice of who to vote for. Is it going to be Parker or Heather or Andre or Ted? My eyes are really hurt. I see Alexa. I'm living with number 5.
It's Alana and Alexa. So the last two.
Alana, thank you. There's a little thing covering up on my screen, but yeah, no, everybody had some pretty good answers. You know, from like the super sage to sort of the inspirational, and then finally the humorous, like Surrender Dorothy or Be Kind or Chase the Dream That You Are Made For. All good answers.
True. Yeah, and you really can't go wrong with any of these. I will say, like, the 2 ones, like Keep Calm and Carry On, I think is another one that would be really good. But yeah, the inspirational ones, it's like it's like they're so simple, but they definitely do apply, and they can like be a little kick, like extra push of motivation.
And it could almost be like subliminal, like maybe you don't look up in the sky, but all of a sudden you feel like being kind.
Yes,
because it's just sort of like.
Alexis, nice, congratulations.
Yeah, she has some deep thoughts.
Yes, very thoughtful.
On a QOTD, kind of get onto a jag and end up answering a bunch of answers kind of all upon a sudden. And so we do get to see sort of, I don't know, kind of the personalities of some of these characters. Yeah, if you end up going to their user pages and you can see kind of how they answered, 5 or 10 different questions, like, oh yeah, I would totally want to hang out. Some of them I would be like intimidated because they're too nice. I can't possibly live up to that.
Well, speaking of nice and speaking of making new friends, or maybe we're talking about your old friends, we are talking about the best gifts ever. With our next question, we wanted to know, what is the most thoughtful gift you ever received and who was it from? And this is a great question because thoughtful just means somebody's thinking of you, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody had to knit you a sweater or special order something from Etsy. This could be somebody just in the stores we talked about last week. You think about your friends and you just grab them something because they popped into your mind, they saw something. I have a gift from my friend Christy. It's actually this candle and it smells really great. Mm-hmm. And she just saw it in a store and thought of me and purchased it. And it says, "Our friendship is like this candle. If you forget me, I'll burn your dang house down."
That was so perfectly written.
So thoughtful.
Well said.
So
like I said, funny and neat. Yeah.
I think we have some answers coming in from fans. Let's see if they have gifts that can match that in terms of kindness and in terms of humor.
Okay, so the most thoughtful gift also I got from my mom once. My mom gave me, a keychain. The keychain had written on it that life is all about patience. At the end, you have to wait for the death.
Yeah, especially if you're a doctor. It's all about patience.
The most thoughtful gift someone's given to me was probably my mom and dad when they gave me my first soccer jersey. That was just awesome, and it started my love for soccer, so yeah.
Wow. Lifelong passion, right? That's pretty awesome.
I got invited to floor seats at a Clipper game, and it was at a time in my life when I had just gone through a surgery, and so it was really nice and comforting to know that people cared.
Yeah. No, yeah. Sometimes just like a little gift, not even for like a birthday or anything, it can mean a world.
This question actually makes me a little bit sad because I've never had a best gift. I've never had a gift. My birthday is sandwiched between Christmas and New Year's Eve. And guess who gets skipped every year? Both ends. Oh, I'll get you something for your birthday. Oh, but not for Christmas.
Word. I'm right there with you, Pear.
So my favorite gift is the one that's right behind me. It is a hand-carved map from Etsy. My girlfriend gave it to me for our anniversary, and it's the sweetest thing ever. Here's a close-up. You can even see like the little pins on the map. It's just incredible.
Etsy. Etsy is the place to get gifts, I would say.
The most thoughtful gift that I got is probably my moonstone ring. Look at that. Because my boyfriend gave it to me for Christmas with the intention of possibly proposing in the next year. I mean, who wouldn't be excited about that? Do you like?
A promise ring.
Moonstone ring.
Both Angelicia and Christine, like their gifts are promises of sort of future things, right? The gift of travel, these are all the places that we're going to go together. And Angelicia's like, this is going to be our lifetime together, but not yet. I don't know. Super interesting. Time to vote. Let's give the gift of a vote to one of these people, right? Mr. M or Beaton, Craig, Pear, Christina, Angelicia. They all deserve your vote. How will you decide? Go ahead and mash one of those buttons. Yeah.
Do you really think that Pear never had a gift in his life?
Well, he didn't get enough gifts, that's for sure. You got to have gifts that you got.
Yeah. Now that honestly, speaking of best piece of advice, either get 2 gifts or get a really big gift that can double as a Christmas and birthday, but it's like, it's big enough.
Yeah, but people are always discounting that.
Ooh, Christina with the hand-carved map.
Yeah, she's going to be going places with her gift-giving friend. It's pretty amazing, and that is fun. I know that in this day and age, the best gift is, of course, experiences, and so that was kind of a token of future things that they're going to do. That is pretty inspiring. Yeah, somebody get Pear a gift, though.
We've got to send him like a QOTD t-shirt at least.
Yeah. We got to wait right between Christmas and New Year's. And we'll send him 2. We'll send him $1. This one's for your birthday. This one's for Christmas.
We should just do like a monthly delivery to Pear. It's like, all right, we're going to make up for everyone at any time.
Oh, his closet
we can
is just
spread the
filled with, like,
love.
27 t-shirts.
Yeah. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about, well, hopefully not spreading things, but we're talking about your love life. And we wanted to know if your love life was a candy bar, what candy bar would it be? So, very funny question, very funny answers. I think I'm a little bit of a sweet tart. I think I'm a little,
Do you have a sweet tooth, Trish?
A little sweet. I'm a little tart. I'm a little, I'm probably not everyone's favorite, but there it is.
Because they don't know you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised that the throughout the week, like with all the puns that we've been making, Hershey's Kiss has not come up even once.
I know.
Oh. My love life is like a Hershey's Kiss. It's
filled with kisses.
It's wrapped in silver. I don't know.
It's has wrapping.
I'm wondering.
Yeah, no, I feel like I think we kind of did all the puns. So I think Hershey Kiss is the one that I would go with because it's just like, you know, it's the obvious one. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, I think we have some answers coming in from fans. Let's see what their candy bars or general candy is for this question. I think we have some puns incoming. Let's see.
If my love life was a candy bar,
It would have to be a Snickers because I'm a little nutty. I like my men a little nutty and silly. And I'm caramel and soft on the inside. And I like my men chocolate.
It's perfect
for her.
Snickers. Snickers?
If my love life was a candy bar, I'm just gonna make it a candy instead. I feel like it would be black licorice because for a really long time no one has liked me.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know if this would be a good answer, but I guess there's no good answers. I would say peanut M&Ms. I know that's not a candy bar, but this is how I look at it. My love life, there's lots of different people from all walks of life that have come in and out of my love life. So to me, it's like the different colors of the peanut M&Ms on the outside. But then at the root of it all, on the inside, I feel like everyone that's walked into my love life has had like a very mature, like we've had a mature connection, at least on my end. So I look at like the peanut to be like that mature part of the candy. So yeah, that's what I would say for that answer.
They come in all giant-sized bags too, in case you really do, Sonia.
If my life was a candy bar, I think it would be an arrow bar, yeah, because it's kind of empty.
Have you met Alicia?
If my life was a candy bar, I would be a Snickers because you would have this nutty, chocolate caramel flavored person with a little nougat in the middle. Okay.
Snickers.
If my love life was a candy bar, it would be the Zero candy bar.
Zero Air Bar Black Licorice. We'll exchange numbers at the end of this whole thing. Guys, it's time. What are we voting for? Snickers, Black Licorice, big bag of M&Ms, Air Bar, more Snickers, a Zero Bar. Which is the best? Which do you agree with? What describes your love life? What do you think is the funniest? Yeah. Let's send these guys to the finals. And maybe to, what do they call them? The Wall of Candy?
Hershey's Chocolate World.
Yeah. But like when you go to like a baseball game or you go to like a birthday party sometimes, they've got the big wall of candy. You just go, you take all the candy you want. Whatever that describes you.
Oh, you grew up in such a different world than me.
You didn't it's like Halloween, right? You come back with a bag.
Hey, the Zero Bar. Hey.
Humor goes a long way.
It does. But never give up hope, Alicia, Chris, and Knox. There's someone out there for everyone, and there will be someone for you very soon.
Let me tell you, a lot of people like black licorice. So, just saying, you hang in there. Well, we are up to today's QOTD. That was released just a couple hours ago, so that's exciting. And you can see with my background that says, no. The reason is because our QOTD is, who do you owe an apology to? And why do you refuse to give it? So I feel like everybody knows somebody that they probably could say a little bit of, sorry to. What do you think?
I unfortunately have somebody that I owe an apology to.
Go on.
And it's hard to say I'm sorry, right? Because, seldom is it where one person is totally at fault, Sometimes there's a certain amount of shared responsibility, and it's like, well, certainly I owe you an apology, but I don't necessarily want to say I'm sorry first because, maybe you're not going to fess up. And I'm talking about my daughter. She was being annoying. We were at a party, and I told her exactly what I thought of her behavior in a public place. And she was so embarrassed and humiliated. So I definitely am sorry for how I chose to express my feelings. I'm sorry about that. But I haven't said I'm sorry yet, except right now. Hopefully you're watching. I am really sorry.
And what took you so long? That was the second half of the question. Why did you refuse to give it?
Because, like everybody else, I want her to say I'm sorry first. That's what she's waiting for. She knows she did something bad, but she's not going to say I'm sorry. And I'll tell you something else. Right? I've been married like almost 30 years now, right? My wife has never said I'm sorry to me. Never. Not once.
But she's probably never done anything
wrong. Or maybe we don't say I'm sorry a lot around here. I could be waiting until I'm blue in the face before my daughter says I'm sorry, and I don't want this hanging over me, so I'm just going to go. I'll be the first one. Okay, ready? Here goes. I'm going to start with my part of the exchange. I'm sorry, honey. You told me you have something that you would like to say to me. Let's just say.
Well, let's bring her on the air next week.
Yes. Let's have a full live apology.
We'll have just a family therapy session here on Q.
Trish and I will be like, so why do you think that? In the session.
I really I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, that was just one. Yeah, saying things that you probably shouldn't have said, at least not in the way that you said it. But if it's what's in your heart, people say it. I think that that's actually a common thread through many of the sorry, not sorry stories that we've heard so far this week from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So with that, I think we can take a look at some of those answers and see what apologies they still have to give.
I really believe in apologizing to people. I think that people deserve to know when they're not in the wrong, and a lot of people don't know that they were not wrong until you're like, hey, sorry. But I think it's important to give people that closure, but there are definitely some people who don't want to hear an apology because they don't want to acknowledge that it happened, and everyone has one or two of them.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to just let it pass on.
I would probably have to say one of my exes I probably owe an apology to. Yeah, they're not getting them. Look, let's be completely honest.
And he's a motivational speaker.
Someone I owe an apology to, but refuse to give it to, is this girl in my elementary school. She was a bully, and
But what did you do? What did you do?
I definitely owe an apology to one of my teachers, because when I was in primary school, I had insulted a picture he showed me, but I never said sorry because I was just embarrassed, and so I kind of just ran away instead of apologizing.
A teacher shoved her. I'm not.
Showed her a picture.
That's an adult.
I feel like I owe someone from my past an apology, but I mean, we don't talk. So she blocked me on social media. I can't apologize, and I'm not going to track her down. So I guess she won't ever get it.
So long, sister.
Yeah, she blocked you.
That's her fault.
I'm a pretty honest person, so I don't think I owe anyone an apology. If I do owe you an apology, I'm sorry for whatever.
The blanket apology to the world.
Yeah.
That's her skywriting message. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Wow. So is it going to be Sadie, Andre, Kendra, Rihanna, Angel, or Megan, all of whom seem to be holding on to a little bit of guilt? Like two of them back from elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should... I'm sorry. Let's vote for one of these people. Which is the best story that you heard? Maybe it's one that's similar to an experience that you've had, or maybe you just like the cut of their jib. Go ahead.
Their what?
The jib. The shape of their sail. You've never heard that phrase? Oh, sorry, not.
Sorry, you don't know English idioms, I guess.
Lord. First there's a wall of candy, and then there's a bunch of words I don't understand. I don't know what's happening today. Angel.
They didn't say the yacht club growing up. Angel and Sadie actually had something very similar to say, where they were talking about how people often don't want to hear an apology. Either they brush past it, or for some reason they're enjoying the grudge. They're like, yeah, I just blocked her. Didn't I win? Let's not walk around trying to count coup on our friends, but rather look for ways to deepen our relationships. Crisis is often the place in which the strongest bonds are made, right? Where you make up with somebody, you share something that's more intimate than like just somebody that you had a chat with in the supermarket or on the subway or something like that, right? So it's worthwhile pursuing. I love that question.
Yeah, no, it truly is just like the friends that you have. If you go through those tough times, it's showing that you're like a 3D person. But then if you're sorry, it shows that you like value their relationship enough. Because it is, I will say, it is hard to say sorry sometimes. But if you can do it, it's a good gesture.
And there's both sex and candy references to it. There is a sorry bar, and we know that making up is a lot of fun.
Yes. And that's so true.
Trying to bring it right back around to the summer of love theme that we've had so far this week. That's what we called this week, the summer of love.
The summer of love.
Well, now that we have gone through this question, we've actually gone through all of the questions that we've had this week. And that means that there's one last thing to do, and it is announce the winner of the winner's round, the champion of the week.
So the way that this works is we will go through each of the 7 questions, one answer each, the one that you voted for in the last round, and then we're going to vote for the finals. There can be only one, because we're based in America. We know about championships. It can only be one. It's not very, is it? But nevertheless, that's the way that we're made. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to vote for one, and we're going to say it's the best, but there are lots of good answers in here. I actually love them all, and I've learned a lot this week. But nevertheless, it is time for us to vote. So with no further ado, let's go recap.
Yes, let's go recap. We will, and then eventually we'll have the capitalist ideal of a single winner. Anyway, they are.
Creative destruction.
If my love life was a candy bar, it would be the 0 candy bar.
Chris is answering the question, if your love life was a candy bar, what would it be?
So growing up, I was always told your attitude will determine your altitude. And it stuck with me, and I didn't really understand it until I got older, but it has stuck with me all this time. And I'm like, now that I got it, I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to keep on sharing.
So Andre's answering the question, what's the best piece of advice that you ever received that you want to share with the world?
So my favorite gift is the one that's right behind me. It is a hand-carved map from Etsy. My girlfriend gave it to me for our anniversary, and it's the sweetest thing ever. Here's a close-up. You can even see like the little pins on the map. It's just incredible.
Christina's telling us about the best gift she ever received.
If I was a skywriter, I would definitely do like short 2 to 3 word like phrases that are upbeat, positive, motivating, because it's just like really cool to see something being written in the sky in general, but you know that there's going to be someone that it's going to apply to if you say like be patient or your time is coming.
Alexis answering the question is, if you could write a message across the sky for the whole world to see,
well, eat together, fun together, and celebrate together makes my family wonderful. Thank you.
Jawad is telling us what makes his family different and wonderful.
I feel like I owe someone from my past an apology, but I mean, we don't talk, so she blocked me on social media. I can't apologize, and I'm not going to track her down, so I guess she won't ever get it.
Right, but that's the reason why. This is the answer to the question. Who do you owe an apology to? Why have
the best pet in the world is that they can float. Yeah, it's a rubber duck. Their name is Ducky, and Ducky can speak. What's up, Ducky? Dude, you need to see a therapist. That's rude.
Oh, the very funny Boff is answering the question, what makes your pet the best in the whole world? Facetiously, I should add. So guys, it's time to vote. There are 7 awesome answers, but we got to put one right on the top of the pyramid. So let's click on one of the blue buttons across the bottom of your screen and send one of these people to the finals. If you haven't yet gone and clicked one of those links in the chat that enables you to vote, now would be the time. Let's vote for one of our people and make them champion of the week. What week is it? Does anybody know what? I mean, it is obviously the week of summertime, on the summer of love. But do you remember what week number it is?
24, I believe.
423. I love it. I thought this was a particularly good week, both in terms of answers and, questions, if I do say so.
I would agree with that. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, Christina.
Christina wins for what is the best gift that you've ever received. And she said it was this really cool map that she got from a girlfriend from Etsy, but it's kind of a promise of all the things that they're going to do together. That's why I love that one. It wasn't really about the thing. It was about their relationship and about people and fun. I really like it. I thought that was a great gift as well.
Yeah.
Well-deserved win for Christina.
Yeah.
I feel like it also speaks to just the theme of the week, which we've been talking about how it's summertime. I feel like it was also just relationships, helping other people out, remembering your relationships with your family and your friends and your pets. So, just a great week for relationships, and that answer really speaks to that, I would say.
Right. And remember, the peanut M&M is the mature M&M, right? That is the one that you want to represent your relationship. If you like peanuts. If you're allergic to peanuts, don't have that one. Have a different M&M.
The pretzel M&Ms.
The pretzel. Exactly. It's got that salty sweet thing too, just like the peanuts. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's quite... Well, we have now finished that week, which was a great week. And now we're ready to start next week. And so this is going to be another round of questions. We get a question every day. We have the opportunity to answer it. You mash the orange record button. You can record yourself. It shows up in the show. It'll be playing all day long in our 24-hour live game stream where other people can see it and vote for it. And then if it gets enough votes, it's going to be on the big show. And who knows, maybe it'll even show up in one of the recaps. But it's, it's the magic of being on the air. It's the magic of QOTD. So I guess that the natural question is, what's today's question? Right? What's tomorrow's question, if you guys don't mind leaning forward a tad and giving us a chance to think a bit.
Well, we have
some really new ones.
Yeah, we've got a great week coming up. If you like this week, you're going to love next week. Definitely jump on board and record with us. We're going around the world. That's our theme for next week. We're talking about stranger encounters and road trips and awesome hometowns and big dreams. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about next week. Super excited.
Come on, don't leave me hanging.
All right.
Give me one.
All right. This is the sneak peek. We wanted to know about a time that a stranger brought a smile to your face or a tear to your eye.
Very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be scratching my head and coming up with a good answer to the last time that somebody did something, a stranger did something that really moved me and made me smile. Unless that's an innuendo, like candy.
No more innuendos.
Oh, I saw. No, this is straight up. Okay, got it. Inspirational acts of kindness. Got it. Because those happen all the time. You know what? We live near New York City, and we spend a lot of time there, and it's supposed to be the meanest city in the world, but you know what? You get a chance to see some of the kindest things all the time. So I'll plumb the depths of my memories and come up with something really, really good. I'm looking forward to hearing what everybody else has to say. And so on behalf of QOTD, Consolidated Wonder, and BeOnTheAir.com, let me say thank you so much to everybody who watched, voted, and recorded. And we just can't wait to see you on TV.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Trish.